Welcome to tonight's Community Preservation Committee meeting, virtual meeting through Comcast Cable Channel 18 and Fall River. Following websites is Fall River Government Television, Facebook. You can live stream. Today is Monday, June 13th, 2022, 6 p.m. Pursuant to the open meeting laws, any person may make an audio or video recording of this public meeting or may transmit the meeting through any medium. Attendees are therefore advised that such recording or transmissions are being made, whether perceived or unperceived, by those present and deemed knowledge and permissible. Roll call. I'll call names. John Ferrer.
Here.
Vic Ferrer.
Here.
Paul Machado.
Here.
Carolyn Auburn.
Here.
Richard.
Here.
Alex.
Here.
And I got everybody. So tonight we're missing Jay Burns. And also tonight through Zoom is John Brandt, John Ferrer, Vic Ferrer, Paul Machado, Carolyn Auburn, Richard Colden, Alex Sylvia, Christine Oliveira just came in. And we have Sandy Dennis as administration and Alex Mello from Fred TV, and Jason Burns just turned in. So Chris, if you could just let everybody know you're here in attendance.
Yeah, Kristen Cantera Oliveira, present.
Jason.
I'm here, Jason Burns.
Okay, thank you.
John.
Yes.
Victor Farias, so they don't. Vic Farias.
Okay, I did call you. Thanks.
No, you call Ferreira.
Oh, Ferrer. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
No citizen input tonight?
No, no one submitted.
Okay. Can I have a motion for approval of the minutes from April 27th, 2022?
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from, yeah,
27th.
27, yes.
Second?
Second.
Okay, I'll just go down the line, roll call vote. John?
I'm gonna abstain. I wasn't present.
Okay. Vic?
Yes.
Paul?
Yes.
Caroline?
I'm going to abstain. I wasn't present either.
Okay. Richard?
Yes.
Alex?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
And Jay?
Yes.
Okay. That's approved. Tonight on the agenda is 3656 Water Street, FY23 project. Discussion, possible vote. Now, we vetted this project and it does pass. I mean, the only thing that I look at it is going up for sale after we grant CPC money. To me, it doesn't seem like it's the right way to use our money for taxpayers. And I think we should discuss that to make sure we're on board with that, because in the long run, we answer to the taxpayers. I mean, we did our job, we vested it, but I don't think this kind of opens the door for somebody else to come in, get money from us, and then sell the building. I don't think that's a proper way to use our funds. So if somebody wants to raise a hand and chime in and give your feelings on this too.
I agree with you, John. I mean, it's just, I think it's just opening up a can of worms going forward. It's just, it'd be nice, you know, you've got a piece of property, you set it up, you get it approved for funding, and that just makes the property more appealing to move forward and sell it. I mean, I feel for them, but again, I kind of agree with you that it's going to open up a can of worms going forward.
Thanks. Vic, go ahead.
Yeah, I feel the same way. It's, you know, you're right. It's going to open up a lot, and I don't think we should go through that right now. So.
Thanks. Alex, you raised your hand?
Yeah, I agree as well. I'm pretty disappointed personally about this development because I was really happy with the application that's submitted in addition to the changes that they have made the previous year. I would love to put a preservation deed restriction on this property to kind of ensure it goes into the future, but I don't know if like a 15-year deed restriction is really the return on investment that the community would see from this private property. I know we've had issues with private sales in the past. We just rescinded the Academica's grant for the elevator because they were selling that building. Since this is an ongoing sale, we still don't know who the owner would be. I don't know if the Padilla's were intending to complete the grant project before selling it, or if they were going to pass off the awarded grant to a new owner who we don't know who the owner is. We don't know what guarantees they would provide. We don't know what the intended use of the building would be and how that would affect the windows. We don't have any ETA for construction, if it would be complete. We don't know if they're selling the building with the value of the grant added in. We don't know who's accepting the property and if they would even accept the deed restrictions. And then all the letters of support we received were for the Padillas too, which I think was really kind of to highlight that the community was supportive of the grant. So with everything that's come along, I'm leaning towards your direction, John.
Yeah. Richard?
Well, to sum it up, I think it's just a no-brainer. I mean, I don't think there's a lot of discussion to it. I mean, what the committee does for the community, we are held responsible for tax dollars, so.
I agree. Any other input? I mean, my view is if she does sell it, she might not sell it. The new owner can come before us again. And it was a good presentation. The history behind the building is great, but I just don't feel it's something we want to get into where somebody gets money from us and then sells the building. It just doesn't look right in my eyes. So it was, yes.
John, did everybody read both letters?
Everybody got the correspondence from today?
Yes,
And they also read the previous letter from James and Jeannie Padilla.
Yes.
Okay.
yes.
All right. Okay, I just want to make sure that everybody read both letters before you go to a vote.
Is that something that we need to be reading publicly? Is that something that we should be reading into the minutes or?
Do you have the copy of the last letter?
I
Chris?
do. If you want, I can read both letters. I
Sure,
have
go
them
ahead
in-
and read that. Go ahead and read that into the,
All right, let me read both. Dated May 31st, 2022. Dear Chairman, we hope this letter finds you well. We are writing regarding our appreciation in being awarded the CPC grant for our Water Street building. As you are aware, our first request was years ago and was to have Mike Keene Architects assist in a plan for preserving the building. Next, we applied for the roof project and at last for our awarded project. During these years, we have moved from having Boondocks as our primary tenant and in 2017 Boneheads. It was their goal to thrive and then COVID happened along with whatever other challenges they may have had. Boneheads closed their doors on January 1, 2022. Since Boneheads closure, we have had a flurry of interest in purchasing the building. For this reason, we have retained a real estate agent. We are aware there is talk floating throughout the community. We want to assure that you hear directly from us of our current situation and also before our realtor officially lists the property for sale. We know that the grant is for this historic building, not for us personally. It will be made very clear that in order for the buyer to utilize the grant, they will have to abide by the rules of said grant. Please call should you have any questions at all. We thank you again for your continued assistance and support. Sincerely, James and Jeannie Padilla, Azar Padilla Realty Trust. Dated June 12th, 2022. Dear Chairman, I'm writing in regards to the Azar Padilla Realty Trust and the property at 3656 Water Street. When contracted as their commercial realtor, I was told it was a difficult decision for them, but was due to sudden interest in the vacant space which Boneheads was leasing. Boneheads had then been closed for over 5 months with no assurance as to the reopening date. Due to the significant loss in rent, they felt it was in their best interest to at least market the property. I was made aware of their recent application for the CPC grant and how it would preserve this historic building. I was told that they did not wish to officially list the property until they had officially received the grant. After showing the property to more than one person of interest, they and I both knew that the word was out in the community. Although the property has not been listed with MLS, I personally made the decision to post the upcoming sale of the property on my own Facebook page. I want to assure you that neither Jim or Jeannie was aware that I posted the news, nor did they know that I had contacted and shared information with the Herald News. I hope that you will choose to move forward with the grant that was awarded them for the preservation of this historic building. Please accept my apologies for any confusion or miscommunication this may have caused. I sincerely thank you for your consideration, David.
I mean, I appreciate both letters they sent us to keep us informed, but I still think that moving forward, we want to deal with somebody that's going to be keeping the project and following it through instead of having someone else take over halfway through. Chris?
So I think the greater point, regardless of any of that, any of the letters, the intent, anything like that, is we don't even have a precedent for this because it's awarded to Jean and Jim Padilla. It's not awarded to the property. It's awarded to Jean and Jim. And if Jean and Jim are not the owners of the property, it's not like we can just decide legally, okay, well, we're just going to give it over to somebody else. Because when an agreement is signed, it's signed by the people that we have given the grant to, and that's the two of them. So I just don't see where we can even do it.
Yeah.
I just think it's a moot point. I just don't think we can do it.
Yeah, I agree with you. Any other comments? So do we want to have a motion to rescind the grant for Water Street?
I'll make a motion to rescind the grant. Oh,
Alex?
Since the sale isn't certain, I guess there is a possibility that the sale doesn't go through and they keep the property. Would it be impatient of us to rescind it now, or would it be better when the sale, if it does happen, actually happen? So we don't kind of close a door on future possibilities. I don't know what the best way to do this would be.
I don't think right now, if it's in her mind to sell, she's going to want to sell. And for us, we're granting her the funds. And I just think it's a risk on our part that we shouldn't, if she wants to come back in a year from now, because she decided not to sell, we'll review the project again. That's my thought on it. Anyone else question, comment? Richard?
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, it's true what Alex saying, but also too, at the same time, what if they were to take it off the market, but necessarily, what if they go back, a few months down the road and want to sell it again? I mean, it's
right.
Kind of, it's just, it is what it's unfortunate, but
yeah. So did we have a motion, Vic? Did you make it?
Yes, I want to make a motion to rescind the grant from 36 and 56 Water Street project.
Is there a second? Okay, can we have a roll call vote? John?
Yes.
Vic?
Yes.
Paul?
Yes.
Caroline?
Yes.
Richard?
yes.
Alex?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
And yes for me. So the vote passes 9-0. So like I say, we can review that at a later date, but I think we made the right decision for the public. Nothing else being on the agenda. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, roll call vote. John?
Yes.
Vic?
Yes.
Paul,
Yes.
Caroline,
Yes.
Richard,
Yes.
Alex,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Jason,
Yes.
John, yes. Thank you for, joining the meeting on short notice, and we adjourn. Have a good
Have a
day.
good night, y'all.
Good night, everyone.
Take
Bye.
care.